yo.
Yo, what's up guys? It's Kizu. We're back at it again with another video. Today we're reacting to a channel called Black Love, and in this video they're going to discuss what's the best way to go about finding your date. As always, the video is going to be in the description, and let's get right into it.
5 minutes later.
Jumping right into dating. For the single guys, what's going on? Dating apps, meeting a lady out. What's the situation?
I travel a lot, work as a DJ, so I'm more than likely gonna meet you at a party, right, at an event, you know what I mean? But oftentimes it's difficult because I'm in the midst of working. I can't necessarily hold and engage a conversation from the DJ booth. I think what you see a common trend right now, a lot of people are dating via apps, but I don't really feel like I can get the essence of who you are if we're just exchanging messages on, DMs or Tinder.
I don't mean to cut this guy off, but that is super true. I don't understand how people find like their SO or whatever the hell you want to call them, their boyfriend, their wife, their partner on Tinder or any other dating app, Instagram. How the hell do you do that? That shit is so boring. It's so boring. I'll go in more detail about it later, but it is.
Or one of those apps, I've never dated from an app, I'd much rather if we connect in person, kind of feel the essence of who you are.
I agree with
I'm not a
that.
fan of the dating apps because I think it just takes that authenticity out of life.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? When you meet an individual, as you and I, we're having a conversation, I feel your energy, I feel your aura. You feel me? Like, it's like, through an app, you can put whatever in your bio. Your picture is so photoshopped, shit don't look like you.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like pointless. To me, I think it's the dumbest thing I'm sorry, not the dumbest thing.
Say it with your chest, bro. It is the dumbest thing.
We're obviously keeping it. We're obviously keeping it.
Please cut that part out. I'm
It's the
sorry.
dumbest.
I forgot all the cameras was there. It's not something that's. I don't not like it. I respect it for people who use it, and it works for some. But for me personally, I would rather meet in an organic way.
So I have a different perspective on
Okay.
dating apps. Since I travel a lot too, just like being in. I think it makes it easier to meet people without having to be in your city. Like, I obviously want to date someone who, I live in New York, someone who lives in New York. But if I can start to just like filter through people and start a conversation with you and then meet up with you and it works out, then I think that's an opportunity for me to like, just get to know more people.
Here's the thing though, that in a world where dating apps actually work how they say they do, that would be fine. The only problem is that they advertise that you like, oh, okay, I'm over here. There's a bunch of people in the city that I'm in right now. Let me change my location and I'll filter through people and then I'll match with some people, start some conversations, and then we'll meet. That's not how that works. You are not, if you are an average looking guy, you could even be hot or attractive or whatever the fuck. You are not getting matches or as much as a woman is. And even if you do get a match, you're not guaranteed to have a full-on conversation with this girl or person. Let's say you're in there for like a day or a couple of days. They have their own lives, and even if they are just sitting down, they're not gonna, the percentage of people that are gonna text you back in a timely manner so that you can have a productive conversation is so low. That is not gonna happen. So to say that you're in the city and you just wanna like meet someone real quick, why would you put yourself in that disadvantage? You're just gonna be at home or at your hotel, swiping right, swiping left the whole night. What's the point of doing that? When you can go to a bar, you can go to a party, you can go to whatever you're interested in where you can meet people and you can talk to someone and have that connection instantly. I don't understand that. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Because if I'm just never in the city, then I'm just never going to meet anyone. And there's all these kickbacks or all these opportunities to like get out in front of people, but I'm just not in the city to do any of those. So that's why I think dating apps make sense. And I just think it takes a certain type of person to jump on a dating app and be like, yo.
All right, sorry to pause again. But to go off of what he was saying, like, he was saying that, like, I think this is what he's saying, that like he doesn't have time to like go out and do all those things, then why are you looking for someone to meet in the first place? Why you if you're not gonna have time to go to a bar for like an hour or even 30 minutes, how are you gonna have time to have a conversation with people by text? That doesn't make any sense, because the whole process of meeting someone on Tinder or a dating app takes so long. It does, because maybe I'm just ugly as fuck. Cause I did an experiment for like, all my footage got fucking ruined, and I can't even really edit on my software until I get like my MacBook. It is whatever, but yeah, let's just get back into the video.
Like I'm actually going to be authentic here and try to make a concerted effort to, make a connection.
I see what you're saying, but I think my point still stands, because I just feel like if you're supposed to meet somebody, you're gonna meet them, regardless of the situation. If something is supposed to happen, you can't stop it.
I got a question behind that. Do you believe in like manifesting and like intercepting opportunity? Because that's like my thought process here. It's like, if I want to meet somebody, then I'm just gonna take every chance to meet them. Whether it's dating apps, whether it's going to an event, or whether it's...
That's true, but life is just
kinda
really paradox
desperate.
with life. It's like whenever you force something, it doesn't come. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You can't, like, you keep asking for rain, the rain is not gonna come. It's gonna come when you don't, like, when you're not thinking about it. You ever lost something in your house and you're constantly...
I'm sorry, I had to cut him off. Let's go back to what he just said.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, you keep asking for rain, the rain is not. But life is this weird paradox with life. It's like whenever you force something, it doesn't come.
True. But when people say that, a lot of people my age, or just men in general, they're going on YouTube trying to find these people to help them pick up girls and shit like that. Shit, nigga, I've been there. And honestly, a lot of it is cold approaching. You see a girl that you like at school, and it's the right time, like she doesn't look like she's occupied or like super busy. You go up and talk to her. Isn't that forcing it? Like, where does the line cross? Is that like acceptable? Because there's a lot of people that say don't cold approach, but then there's people that do cold approach, and then like they get the girl. Or on like these dating like fucking videos, or is that all like fake? Does nothing just come of it at all? Do the girls just act like they like the guys and then they just never talk to them again? Is the whole dating advice, men's help shit fake? Because I never see anything come of the relationships that these niggas do on like on these e-dates. The e-dates, I like people that win. I never see anything come of it. So is that advice really something that we should be taking? That's something I've always wondered. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, you keep asking for rain, the rain is not gonna come. It's gonna come when you don't, like, when you're not thinking about it. You ever lost something in your house and you're constantly looking for it and you can't find it, while you're looking for something else to pop up? That's how life works. So it's like when you're forcing something, you're going against God's plan, I feel like.
God's
so
plan,
it's kind of like...
Kind of like the story of the guy who was out in the ocean, and he was waiting and he was drowning, and a boat came past, and he's like, "I'm waiting for God to say help."
Right, yeah.
And it's like another boat came in. He's like, "No, I'm waiting for God," and then he drowned and died.
Exactly.
God got in front of God, and he was like, "Yo, I sent you." I think in a way,
I vaguely remember that.
taking action, I'm kind of taking his side.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like,
I'm all about
maybe the
action.
dating app, I do believe that you can miss opportunities with people that you might have fallen with situations.
That's
that you
gonna
might have.
happen. There-
I know.
Sorry. But that's gonna fucking happen. Like, when I was in my like fucking fiending like demon time days on Instagram, I messaged girl after girl after girl after girl. My KD ratio was so low, bruh. But even if you're like horrible, like let's say you're playing COD and your KD is horrible. Like my percentage back then of like getting girls on Instagram was low. On COD, you're gonna kill someone. You're gonna end up getting that kill. It may barely happen, but it's gonna happen. For me, it happened. I got girls off of that, but it just took so long, and they were weird. They were fucking weird. I still have one girl that like makes fake numbers and then text me, and I don't like. Give it a couple months, she's probably gonna do it again. I will make a video on that shit. I don't care if she watches it because she's fucking weird. But okay, I'm getting off of a tangent or whatever the hell.
Several people that have missed tremendous opportunity. I know great athletes who are better than a lot of people you see on TV in the hood that just never got the opportunity because they didn't do this, that, or the other. Like they were supposed to be great, but they just never were. And I think the same goes for like dating and all that stuff too.
And I have a quick story on dating apps. Like one of my homegirls met her significant other and they just got married. This dude was a billionaire. He was literally a Saudi billionaire. And she met him on a dating app. And they are doing amazing together. And I was like, whoa. I mean, not saying I would love to meet a billionaire.
I was about to say,
And that's why I'm taking that shot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but the chances of that happening is like.
The chances of that happening is you taking action. That's all you know.
Nigga,
and
that is literally like
that's just-
comparing to winning the
And then
lottery.
you really
What-
don't know the relationship. So if you don't live in a home with the person, you
That's
really
true.
don't know.
You're basically telling people to gamble their time away. Because dating apps, they're a waste of time and they all get you to try and spend money. All of them. Even the ones that say they're free. They give you a certain, like, I think this is allegedly, but some dating apps, they when they're giving you that free trial before you run out of like the amount of like actions you can take, like the amount of likes that you can give to someone or the amount of like dislikes you can give to someone, a lot of them push out bots, fake accounts, so you will not get matches, and then they make it so that you'll have to pay and then you'll get matches. And then a lot of them also make bots that text you so that you feel that you're getting attention to get you to spend even more money. But if you can't tell that they're fucking bots, you're actually stupid as hell.
But they are married, and when you have that much money and power, like it's a very.
He's gonna put a smile on his
not gonna make them happy.
Because it's not.
But no, I'm just
Exactly.
saying, like if that person must have made you feel a certain way. That's what I'm saying.
Rich.
But to go,
No,
to go back to your
billionaire,
point.
to be on the app and actually marry someone
Oh, I
off
see.
the app, she must have made him extremely happy in a different way than others.
are you suggesting
Yeah, with the
that
fucking
everyone
money, what are you
meet,
talking
whether at a
about?
bar or on the street, that they're always being genuine and authentic? I mean, because
No,
I mean, before dating apps, I mean, we all know how people,
Right.
you know,
But you can
told you
feel
stories.
that more in person. You can feel that
Was there a great
charlatan. You
album?
can
Like,
feel
yeah.
that trickster. But you can feel it. Like you can tell if you guys mesh instead of just
Exactly.
devoting the time to this app. You know what I'm saying? And you're.
I mean, but
you don't-
Okay, so I'll put it this way. Consider the dating app as a concert or as a night at the bar. It's how you get to a place, right? You don't necessarily meet them on the app. You meet them when you actually meet them in person. So
but you have
whatever
to
brings you
frequency.
to meeting them, it's all the same.
it's just a
right?
vehicle to
it's
get
like,
against.
That made no fucking sense at all. No disrespect to you, but that was the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life.
You go to a Jay-Z concert, you meet a woman, that concert is the app per se.
I see what
Because
you're
you,
saying.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Tinder is your, okay, we meet
Yeah.
here. So you might not know everything. Maybe their profile.
Of course you're not gonna know everything a first date. Everyone tries to act their best on the first date. They try to make the least amount of mistakes. They get dressed to look nice. At least I hope. What, like, if you're talking to someone on the phone, they're definitely not gonna share anything. And they're most likely not gonna text you back. They're gonna be like, when you ask to FaceTime so you could have a better chance of like showing your personality, they're too shy. Or they just don't want to do that shit. Like they're threatened by that. They're weirded out by that shit. And I don't understand that at all. Don't use dating apps. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. The moment you see them, you
It's
have that
a
opportunity.
vehicle to
like,
get
it's
you
the vehicle.
to the
There-
next
it's all
destination.
it's all
Absolutely.
vehicles to get you.
But
to
I
these-
still,
Nigga, the vehicle is taking your car, taking an Uber, taking a bus to a bar or a party and talking to someone and stop being a pussy.
want to use it.
And I
And mind you,
I
I'm
still would
coming
use
from
it.
a person who never used
Yeah.
it. I never used dating before I met my fiance. I never used dating.
Damn, I might just. I have like zero play then. Because this nigga has a fucking fiance, bro. I had zero play. Zero play. Zero game.
I just naturally met people.
I just think people over-index.
Wait. What do you say?
Yeah.
I never used dating before I met my fiance. I never used dating apps. I just naturally met people.
I just think people over-index, and people use.
There's always going to be exceptions. Like I just said, with Instagram, there's always going to be exceptions. If you spend a certain amount of time, you're going to find someone. But all I'm saying is, wouldn't you rather take out all of those fucking wasted conversations, wasted text, all that time thinking what's the best line that I could say, what's the best thing I could say to this girl to get her to pay attention to me on the app? Instead, you see a girl that you like and you go and talk to her, or not that you like, that you're interested in, and you just talk to her. And then if you don't feel the vibe, you can just walk away. But if let's say this, then you meet them on Tinder. You're on Tinder, and then you start talking and you decide to meet, and then it took like 2 weeks to set this whole date up. And then you meet them, and then they're fucking weird. That's more time wasted. You could just talk to them in person and then set up something. That could happen in the span of 30 minutes. But instead you take 2 weeks to set some shit up that won't work out.
Instagram as a dating app for all
Yeah,
intents and purposes. You know what I mean? And
Facts,
what you,
man.
What you see from these pictures and a few things from someone's respective highlight reel, that's Instagram is like a magazine.
Yeah.
It'll give you all my best shots, like hey, versus like you don't get to understand the essence of who you are until you get the chance to connect in person. And so I just think connecting in person is far more authentic than
That's
just
true.
relying on some phone.
I agree with him. Alright. Well, I gave my piece on that. I don't think I had to put any more input on it. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.